Hello dear stakeholders, today I am going to review the question paper of Higher Secondary Part 1st Annual Biannual Private Jammu Kashmir Lay 2023 Set B in the subject of physical education. I hope that this question paper is helpful for the students, those who are going to appear in the annual exam 2024. Subject physical education, maximum marks 70. Class 11th, time 3 hours. Section A, multiple choice questions, 1 marks each. Question number 1, psychology is the scientific investigation of option first motivation, second achievement, third behavior, fourth none of these. Answer is option third behavior. Question number 2, what is the abbreviation of National Institute of Sports? Option first NSS, second NIS, third NSI, fourth none of these. Answer is option second NIS. Question number 3, the height of badminton net at the center is option first 5 feet 1 inch, second 5 feet, third 5 feet 6 inch, fourth none of these. Answer is option second 5 feet. Question number 4, archery in India can be traced back in the option first Smriti period, second modern period, third Vedic period, fourth none of these. Answer is option third Vedic period. Question number 5, Dronacharya award was introduced in the year option first 1961, second 1991, third 1985, fourth none of these. Answer is option third 1985. Question number 6, 15th August is a red letter day in the history of option first India, second Japan, third England, fourth none of these. Answer is option first India. Question number 7, who says keep alive the flame of revived Olympic spirit? Option first Corvus, second God Zeus, third Baron Perry de Covertian, fourth none of these. Answer is option third Baron Perry de Covertian. Question number 8, the modern Olympic games is conducted once in option first 2 years, second 4 years, third 1 year, fourth none of these. Answer is option second 4 years. Section B, very short answer type questions, 2 marks each. Question number 9, write short note on any two objectives of physical education. This question is selected from chapter number 1, concept of physical education. The answer may be, the two objectives of physical education are as listed below. Physical development. Few physical development points are as listed below. Number 1, proper growth and development. 2, proper functioning of various systems of the body. 3, development of strength and endurance. 4th, developed better neuromuscular coordination. Psychological development. Few points of psychological development are as listed below. Number 1, removing worry and tension extra. 2, development of healthy interest and attitudes. 3, satisfaction, adjustment, honesty, boldness and self-discipline extra. Or write short note on meaning of physical education. This question is also selected from chapter number 1, concept of physical education. The answer may be, physical education is an education which brings improvement in human performance with the help of physical activities. Physical activities range from simple walking to jogging, running, sprinting, hooping, jumping, climbing, throwing, pushing, pulling, kicking, etc. Question number 10, Define voluntary or stripped muscles with the help of diagram. This question is selected from the chapter number 2, Physiological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be voluntary muscles are the skeletal muscles of the body that attach to the bones and control movement of the limbs, head, neck and body under own control. Skeletal muscles are controlled by neuromuscular signals from the brain that communicate with individual muscle fibers and cause them to contract. Then draw the diagram of voluntary or stripped muscles with the help of pencil and scale. Question number 11. Explain the term protective food. This question is selected from chapter number 9, Diet and its Importance in Physical Education. The answer may be protective food means defensive food, consists of vitamins, minerals and salts. Defensive food helps in proper functioning and defensive of various organs. Defensive food also improves the immune system of the body. Defensive food are found in food items like vegetables, fruits, honey, carrot and salad extra. These types of foods are called defensive or protective food. Question number 12. Draw a neat and clean diagram of human heart. This question is selected from chapter number 2, Physiological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be draw the diagram of heart with the help of pencil, scale and other equipments of geometry box. Question number 13. Write a short note on prevention and rehabilitations of dislocations. This question is selected from chapter number 10, Common Sports Injuries and Rehabilitations. The answer may be prevention. Few preventive measures are as listed below. Number 1. Adequate warm-up should done before game. Second, one must wear protective gear. Third, sports persons or individual must build overall strength. Then rehabilitation. Few steps should be remembered. Number 1. Support the limb with the help of padding. Second, don't try to adjust the limb in your own way. Third, give proper first aid to the injured person as soon as possible. Question number 14. Write a short note on how drug addiction begins in teenage. This question is selected from chapter number 5, Health and Family Education. The answer may be drugs addiction begins in the teenagers in the following ways. Number 1. Curiosity. Second, friends pressure. Third, pleasure. Fourth, frustration and depression. 5. Relief from pain. 6. Family history. Explain all these points in detail. Question number 15. Define letgo and changing of directions in Kho. This question is selected from chapter number 6, Concept of Major Games and Sports, and subchapter is Kho. The answer may be letgo. When active chaser gives the kho to sitting chaser without touching his back is called letgo. Changing of directions. When active chaser suddenly change his direction is called changing directions. Question number 16. Define the terms. Define the terms caffeine and growth hormones. This question is selected from chapter number 5, Health and Family Education. The answer may be caffeine, the substance found in coffee and tea that makes you feel more awake and full of energy. It helps to lessening in feeling of fatigue and drowsiness. Due to this reason, caffeine was banned by International Olympic Council. Then growth hormones. Growth hormones used for increasing muscle mass, height and size of the body. These are generally used by bodybuilders, throwers, jumpers and basketball players etc. Growth hormones affect adversely, leading to unbalanced height. Bones may be defected, may lead to a lot of overweight etc. Write a short note on Arjuna Award. This question is selected from chapter number 7, National Games. The answer may be Arjuna Award was introduced in the year 1961. It is the second highest national awards for sports persons. It is named after the great prefect Shishya Arjuna of Mahabharata. It is given to sportspersons who have excelled in both national and international competition as well as possesses leadership characteristics and strong moral character. Question number 18. Write a short note on Olympic flag. This question is also selected from chapter number 8, Olympic Games. The answer may be wherein Coevitian prepared Olympic flag in the year 1913 and first displayed at the Olympic Congress in 1914 and hosted for the first time 7th Olympic Games at the Antwerp, Belgium in 1920. It is of a milky white texture in background with 5 interlinked rings of different colors. The 5 colors are blue, black, red, yellow and green, which are common to almost all flags around the world. Section C. Short answer type question, 3 marks each. Question number 19. Write down the introduction of heart. This question is selected from chapter number 2, Physiological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be the heart is a fist-sized organ that pumps blood throughout your body. It is the primary organ of your circulatory systems. Heart contains 4 main chambers made of muscles and powered by electrical impulses. Your brain and nervous system direct your heart's functions. Or write down the effects of exercises on circulatory systems. This question is also selected from chapter number 2, Physiological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be regular exercises by an individual over a considerable period of time have far-reaching effects on the circulatory system on our body. The few effects of exercises on circulatory system are as listed below. Number 1. Enlargement of heart. 2. Respiratory system improved. 3. Develop new capillaries. 4. Compositions of blood improves. 5. Blood flow improved. 6. Faster removal of waste. 7. Cardiac problems decreased. 8. Working load improved. 9. Faster healing. 10. Blood pressure regulations. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Question number 20. Write down any 3 definitions of motivations. This question is selected from chapter number 3, Psychological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be the 3 definitions of motivations are as listed below. Number 1. According to Frost, motivation is psychological, sociological and physiological phenomena. 2. According to Good, motivation is the process of arousing, sustaining and regulating activity. 3. According to Crooks and Stein, any condition that might energize and direct our action. Question number 21. Define the following terms. This question is selected from chapter number 4, Career Aspects in Physical Education. The answer may be physiotherapist. Physiotherapist maintain health for people and sports person of all ages. He should have the knowledge of sports injuries and treatment. Any students can adopt this as a profession like a sports physiotherapist. Then dietitians. Sports dietitian helps athletes and players to develop strategies to eat well. This supports their training, performance, refueling and recovery after injury. The knowledge of sports dietitians can choose as a profession. Coach. Sports person doing a NIS in a particular game. A person gets a job as a coach. Question number 22. Write down the meaning of achievement. This question is selected from chapter number 3, Psychological Aspects of Physical Education. The answer may be achievement is generally known as physical output activity. We are always interested in its result. If the result of our performance is satisfying, it is known as achievement. Question number 23. Explain the role of parents in making the career of their children. This question is selected from chapter number 4, Career Aspect in Physical Education. The answer may be, to choose one's career in competitive world is not an easy task. The preparation of good career starts from the family. Today, most of the career options are selected by the family or parents' pressure. The following points help the children to build up their career in the competitive world or as listed below. Number 1. Interest of the individual. 2. Knowledge about career option. 3. Ability of comparison. 4. Needs of the subject. 5. Self-assessment. 6. Interaction with others. 7. Follow systematic patterns. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Question number 24. Write down 6 rules and regulations of badminton. This question is selected from chapter number 6, Concept of Major Games and Sports, and subchapter named Badminton. The answer may be, the number 1, the player hits the shuttlecock over the net with a racket. 2. When the game starts in the beginning, the points are called as a love all. 3. A team or player who wins 2 games out of 3 games is called as winner. 4. This game is played in 3 forms: single, double and mixed doubles. 5. All the even points are done from the right side of the court, and odd points are done from the side of the left side of the court. 6. At the end of the game, court are changed, but in the final game, court is changed on the 11th point. Question number 25. Write short note on Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Trophy. This question is selected from chapter number 7, National Games. The answer may be, the Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Trophy, instituted in the year 1956-57, is a rolling trophy awarded by the Ministry of Sports to the overall top performing university in sports of the preceding year for promoting competitive sports in the university sector, with a view of arouse keen interest among students and a motive teams to take up competitive sports. Guru Nanak Dev University, bagged highest number of times, won the trophy. The university receives a trophy and cash award of rupees 15 lakh. Question number 26. Write down the adverse effects of alcohol on sports person. This question is selected from chapter number 5, Health and Family Education. The answer may be, alcohol adversely affects on sports person or as listed below. Number 1. Accuracy of sports person decreased. 2. Strength of sports person decreased. 3. Speed of sports person decreased. 4. Endurance of sports person decreased. 5. Alcohol may cause dehydration to the individual of sports persons. Explain all these points in detail. Question number 27. What is the difference between ancient Olympic and modern Olympic games? This question is selected from chapter number 8, Olympic Games. The answer may be, the difference between ancient Olympic games and modern Olympic games are as listed below. Write one side ancient Olympic and other side modern Olympic. Number 1. The ancient Olympic games were held only at Olympia in Greece. Number 1. Modern Olympic games were held in different cities of the different country of the world. 2. The ancient Olympics were held once in 4 years. Modern Olympic games were also held once in 4 years. 3. Ancient Olympic Games were conducted for 5 days. Modern Olympic Games were conducted for 16 days. 4. In ancient Olympics, winners were crowned with sacred olive leaves. In modern Olympics, the winners are awarded with medals and certificates. Section D. Long answer type question. 5 marks each. Question number 28. Define fracture. Explain all types of fracture in detail. This question is selected from chapter number 10, Common Sports Injuries and Rehabilitation. The answer may be: when a bone cracks or breaks is known as a fracture. Types. Fracture has 7 types. Number 1, green stick fracture. 2, comminuted fracture. 3, impacted fracture. 4, simple fracture. 5, compound fracture. 6, complicated fracture. 7, depressed fracture. Explain all types of fracture into 2 to 3 lines. Or define strain. Explain all types of strain in detail. This question is selected from chapter number 10, Common Sports Injuries and Rehabilitations. The answer may be: strain is the injury of muscle, generally known as muscle pull. Types. There are 3 types of strain. Number 1, mild strain. 2nd, moderate strain. 3rd, serious strain. Explain all the 3 types of strain into 2 to 3 lines. Question number 29. Explain the misconception about physical education in detail. This question is selected from chapter number 1, Concept of Physical Education. The answer may be: physical education is a vast subject. There are several misconceptions about physical education. Some consider physical education is meant only for recreation, fun, and enjoyment. Some of the misconceptions about physical education are as listed below. Number 1, wastage of time. 2, rest period. Wastage of money. 4, poor social status. 5, leads in discipline. 6, no job. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Or explain the importances of physical educations. This question is selected from chapter number 1, Concept of Physical Education. The answer may be: few importances of physical education in modern society are as listed below. Number 1, optimum development. 2, growth and development. 3, intellectual development. 4, emotional development. 5, social development. 6, character development. 7, mental development. 8, leadership qualities developed. 9, health and safe habits developed. 10, citizenship qualities developed. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Question number 30. Explain the effects of balanced diet on the functioning of body. This question is selected from chapter number 9, Diet and its Importances in Physical Development. The few effects of balanced diet on the functioning of body are as listed below. Number 1, sufficient energy. 2, proper functioning of organs. 3, age factor. 4, season food. 5, diet for feeding mother. 6, natural diet. 7, climatic conditions. 8, prevention from diseases. 9, activity schedule. 10, maintaining body weight. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Or define obesity. Explain the causes of obesity in detail. This question is selected from chapter number 9, Diet and its Importances in Physical Development. The answer may be: it is a nutritional disorder whereby a person becomes bulky and overweight due to excessive depositions of fats in the body. When a person is 20% more than the desirable weight, the person is known as obese. Causes. Few causes of obesity are as listed below. Number 1, hormonal imbalance. 2, age factor. 3, physical factor. 4, overnutrition. 5, genetic disorder. 6, eating lot of sweets. 7, drinking of alcohol. 8, eating lot of junk food. 9, sedentary habit. 10, hormonal variation in endocrine glands. Explain all these points into 2 to 3 lines. Thanks and have a nice day.